What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today, I have an OU match against Evan. I realize it's been like fucking forever since I've battled, but I got a semi-new team going on here, and I'm messing with Mega Sharpedo because this thing seems pretty interesting. But from the team preview, I can realize that he's probably carrying a Mega Beedrill because he's got a Beedrill on his team, and I'm like, alright. So I decided to lead off with Diggersby in case he wants to lead off with that Beedrill. But he actually leads off with Rufus here, the Arcanine, and he gets an Intimidate on the first turn, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go for an Earthquake. I feel like this thing can still kill it, and look at that damage right there. After an Intimidate, Life Orb Diggersby one hit KOs a bulky Arcanine. He was even replying back, he's like, that is a bulky Arcanine. Diggersby is too motherfucking powerful. So now he's gonna bring in an Ambipom. I know the deal with these guys. It might have Seed Bomb or something. I don't know. I decided to just go into Superman here, the Skarmory, because I know he's gonna want to go for the Fake Out. And that is what happens. Unfortunately for him, he gets hit with that Rocky Helmet, and he ends up getting more damage dealt to him than he did to me. So that's pretty cool. Skarmory putting in work. So I know he's gonna switch out here. I know Ambipom in his right mind is gonna stay in against a freaking Skarmory. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna throw some Stealth Cocks out there. Get them rocks up, should help out for when this guy wants to switch and stuff like that. So he brought in a Goodra, and that's actually kind of scary because I know he's gonna want to hit me with a probably got Thunderbolts or a Flamethrower or whatever these freaking things do. But as soon as I switched in my motherfucking Clefable, I realized these guys also have Sludge Bomb usually, but that's completely fine with Chewed Gum because look at that, I take that like a fucking monster. Oh man, this Clefable is such a beast and overused. You don't even know. So I do end up getting paralysis on that, and then I realize my Moonblast isn't going to do a damn thing because Goodra is fucking specially defensive as titties. So I decide now to switch back into Diggersby, predicting the Thunderbolts, and I just go for the Earthquake, predicting a switch. I could have gone for the return, but look at that, Earthquake does the trick anyways. Fucking Diggersby does not even need to do anything else. All he got to do is just shake the ground. Earthquake is just way too powerful. So now he's gonna bring in a Suicune, and I'm like, okay, that's the one thing Diggersby can just destroy. So I'm like, all right, I gotta switch the hell out of here, and I gotta formulate a plan for this motherfucking Suicune because these things can be quite dangerous indeed. So I decided to switch into 100% Cotton as he makes a nice play, goes for the Ice Beam. I predicted the switch, or not the switch, Surf, or like a Scald or something like that, but the Ice Beam is gonna do a little over half to Cotton, so I'm like, well, shitty titties. I gotta switch out of here now. So I'm kind of worried because really, honestly, my freaking 100% Cotton's like the only guy that I can have to do something against this freaking Suicune. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay in. I went for the Leech Seed, and I predicted him to predict me to switch out. So he does. He actually stays in, goes for a Calm Mind, and that is perfect because now, well, not really necessarily perfect actually. It's when you see a Suicune using Calm Minds, you gotta fucking prepare Uranus because you're about to receive a pretty solid dicking, but I do actually have the Whirlwind on my Skarmory, but the only problem with that is that he can just Ice Beam my Skarmory, and that'll be the death of me. So I'm like, well, shit, this is a shitty situation I'm in here. Unfortunately, I got that Leech Seed up, but then I'm like, you know what, hold on a second, I'm gonna just Encore him into Calm Mind. Since he went for the Encore, or the Calm Mind last time, he's gonna be stuck into that shit, and he's gonna have to Calm Mind like 4 or 5 times or whatever, and so that's, you know, kind of took care of that Suicune. All I gotta do now is switch in something that'll hit it with some physical attacks pretty decently, and then the Suicune's pretty much taken care of. Almost forgot that freaking Cotton had Encore on him, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. So the turns are taking freaking forever because he's gotta take that Leech Seed damage, he has to eat his leftovers, I gotta eat my leftovers. And it's just an ordeal on the battlefield right now. Fucking dinner time out here. So Cotton's gonna go ahead and switch out after I get him back to like full health. That's perfect. And now I'm gonna go switch back into Diggersby because I realize a Life Orb return from a Diggersby will do some solid damage to this thing, as he'll still be stuck in the Calm Mind. But he's got some different intentions, and he's gonna go ahead and switch into the Green Hornet, which is his Mega Beedrill. Well, it's not Mega yet, but he's gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve this bitch, turn into a sweet ass Beedrill. He's gonna be drilling my mom pretty soon here, as I was honestly pretty stoked on the matchup here. I didn't think that... I thought Diggersby had it. I don't know, man. He goes for the Protect, as Diggersby goes for an Earthquake, but he obviously protected. So now, I was kind of testing this Beedrill. I was like, okay, you can either U-turn or you can stay in with some balls and go for an X-Scissor, and he ends up killing Diggersby with that. So I was like, well, that wasn't very well thought through, and this Beedrill got me today. So now I'm just going to bring out Superman. I know that Superman completely counters Mega Beedrill, so that's perfect. He has to go for the U-turn. He's got to take that Rocky Helmet damage. Look at that. You do not want to be touching a Rocky Helmet. That thing will fucking destroy your life. What do these things even look like? It'd be funny if they actually made the Pokemon wear the items that you had. Like Choice Scarf, have a dude just wearing a sweet scarf. Rocky Helmet, just... Seriously. Someone throw that to Game Freak real quick. Give me credit. So I'm going to go for the Whirlwind now as he brings in the... I actually predicted a switch. When he went for the U-turn, I went for the Whirlwind. So he brought in initially the Suicune. but then is dragged into the Chandelure, which I was like, well, that was actually, you know, pretty much unideal right there, because he gets the matchup, and I did not want my Skarmory taking freaking overheat, so I have to switch into Chewed Gum here. The overheat is definitely going to kill me, and that's not too bad, because now the Chandelure does have a special attack drop, and he's not going to be able to really hurt anything else. And then I realized I got Gary on my team. Look at this motherfucker, Gary and Overused. That's right, go for that Pursuit as he tries to switch out, and that is going to be an easy kill on the Chandelure. So that was pretty freaking sweet. I miss Pursuit. It's one of my favorite freaking moves ever. So Gary gets the Moxie boost. Unfortunately, I am Choice Scarfed, so I have to keep going for Pursuit, which is a real damn bummer. But anyways, he brings in the Green Hornet, so I have to switch out regardless. And Gary is like, well, I'm out of here. That looks like a scary fucking bee. I'm not trying to mess with that thing, and I completely agree. So I switch into Skarmory. He probably predicted me to switch into Skarmory and then goes into the Suicune, and I was like, well, had I stayed in and went for a Pursuit, that would have been a dead Beedrill, and that would have been all good and fun. But unfortunately, this freaking Suicune is against my Skarmory, who Skarmory can't really do too much to it. I mean, I can go for the Brave Bird just to kind of scout out how much that'll do, but I do not want to take an Ice Beam to the face. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to switch back into... I'm going to switch into 50% here, not back into it. I have 100% on this team, and then I have 50%. I got half a Shark and then full Cotton. So 50% Shark is going to go ahead and take that Ice Beam like a monster. And here, I generally try to just stay regular Sharpedo, so that way I can get some speed boosts, and then Mega Evolve, and then I can turn into a freaking beast. So I get my speed boost, and then I turn into a Mega Sharpedo. So he's going to go for a Scald here, hoping for the burn, and he gets it. Would you look at that shit. Bad day to be Mega Sharpedo. This is like the one battle I had that this Sharpedo just doesn't tear shit up. But unfortunately for me, now I'm burned, and I get my speed boost, which actually doesn't really even matter against this Suicune. But I was hoping to get some speed boosts for when that Beedrill comes in, be able to outspeed it. That would have been freaking sweet, but I say fuck it, I'm just gonna Mega Evolve now and get that boosted Crunch. And even with the burn, that Crunch actually does a decent amount of damage, plus I get the defense fall, and I also know he cannot kill me with one more attack, so I was like, guess what, Suicune? Catch this last Crunch to the face, motherfucker. So he's just gonna get some leftovers. I am burned. I am actually able to live this next burn damage by like 6 HP. Look at that. Look at that. Sharpedo came through. He's like, no. My first battle debuted on the channel. I gotta kill something. So he's able to crunch the Suicune, and that is a dead-ass legendary dog. So hey, at least Sharpedo did something. He came through. But a lot of the times you can set up some sweet-ass sweeps with you let him stay in, get some speed boost, and then Mega Evolve. So now I'm just going to go into Superman, as I know Superman pretty much walls the rest of his team here as he brings in the Ambipom, who's not going to want to have, you know, any contact with my ass. But I think actually Ambipom's, all of his moves are contact moves, so he's getting hurt by that Rocky Helmet, but he knocks it off that time. And I was like, hey man, that was fucking stylish. I was wearing that because it looks sweet. And now Superman's all self-conscious. He doesn't have his freaking helmet on. Oh god. But I'm able to go for the Brave Bird. It's going to kill the Ambipom, and that is a dead little monkey right there. So I get hurt by that recoil. Do not give a shit, as now he's going to bring back out the Green Hornets, who unfortunately for him is not going to be able to do a damn thing to my steel-ass bird. So he goes for the X-Scissor, doesn't do much, and then I'm able to kill it off with a Brave Bird. So this is actually the first match I've used a Skarmory in like years, and this thing actually came in handy. I love this thing. So the Mega Beedrill dies, and that is going to be the end of the match. So thank you guys for watching. Please click. Oh, look at that. I ended with 69 HP. That is what I'm talking about. Photo finish right there. Anyways, guys, leave a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed, and I'll have some more Wi-Fi battles up soon. Peace out.